Okay, we have a graph here. This is a partial graph. This is basically part of a sine or cosine graph, sine, and we need to figure out a, b, and d. So first of all, I would attack the center line, the d value, the center line. What's between 3 and -1? Now this diagram is not to scale, I apologize. But what's between 3 and -1? So if this is a 3 and this is a -1, it's 0, 1, 2, 3. This is an absolute value distance of 4. So halfway would be a physical distance of 2 jumps, 1, 2. So what is 2 up from -1? And the answer would be 1. So I'm going to say y equals 1. So this here would be 0. And so the y equals 1 is my d value. This is 1. D is equals to 1. Now, to find a center line for D in general, we're going to say that D, the center line, is equals to the maximum value, which is 3, max, minus min, that's going to be the absolute height of that, divided by 2, plus the minimum. You could think about that and try some different numbers for that. That's a general solution in case the numbers are very big and awkward. Okay, next, why don't we try attacking the a value? The a value is the absolute value. The distance between the middle line, which is y equals 1, and the top, or the distance between the middle line and the bottom. I'm just going to go up. What's the distance between 1 and 3? It's going to be 2. A equals 2. Finally, let's focus on the b value. We know that this here starts high, goes down, and then goes up. So one full period would not be pi over 4. One full period would be pi over 4 times 2. So 1 period is equals to pi over 4 times 2, which is equals to 2 pi over 4, which is equals to pi over 2. So that is not the b value, that is the period. Recall the formula, period equals 2 pi over b, and this happens to be the period, so we're going to substitute it into there. Pi over 2 is equals to 2 pi over b, and then you can just cross multiply or do any algebra that you know. So I'm going to say pi b is equals to 4 pi. Divide both sides by pi, we have b is equals to 4. So we found all the values.